Okay, guys, as we're getting closer and closer to something being done, hopefully, I am hearing the word thrown out there a lot by senators, Republicans, and Democrats, and congressmen, all of them, everybody, the politicians in general. I'm hearing this word, underserved, the underserved. We're going to help the minorities and the underserved that usually can't get loans and this and that. But the EIDL program, the EIDL 4227, was for that specific reason, for the underserved, because we weren't supposed to have to show all those credentials that give all those credentials that the big businesses had, the great credit scores and the profits and losses being a certain margin and this and that. We weren't. That's not how the small business of America operates, in case they don't know. Here's a wake-up call to the politicians out there. Small businesses operate on a different level than the big business. So with that, you guys are throwing out the word underserved, as if, you know, you have a clue what underserved is. Because what's happening right now is underserved are being overlooked by you. And let me show you something here. The Senate Small Business Chairman sees PPP evolving. That's Rubio. That's my senator. And he's great. He's in Florida. Rubio is chairman of the Senate committee. Now faces the challenge of steering more resources to millions. The proposal includes $190 billion for revamped PPP, creating a $100 billion program providing long-term, low-cost, certain struggling businesses. $180 billion was for the EIDL. If you guys remember that, right? $80 billion of that was set for the grant. Now, hopefully this is part of that, and they're just naming it PPP instead. But here we go. Here's the proposal includes a $100 billion program to extend long-term, low-cost loans struggling companies under Small Business Administration 7.8. Rubio is targeted at two things: seasonal businesses who may have had their entire season wiped out, and small businesses located in opportunity zones or other low-income census tracts. Research shows that owned small business in minority communities and low-income communities have less than 2 weeks of cash on hand. We get that. The biggest concern is that we would have an uneven recovery, and that some of these essential businesses, many of that are in the service sector, would be victims of an uneven recovery, and that would exacerbate inequalities that we have in our country, inequality or opportunity. Whatever. Where do negotiations with the Democrats stand? There's still some items that need to be worked out, but generally we're certainly closer to PPP than we were perhaps in other aspects overall situation. Okay, here we go with the Democrats. Here we go. What's your plan for helping the underserved businesses in the underserved communities? Okay, this is underserved communities. This is the part where we're looking at the lettering, the wording of underserved. Everybody's talking underserved. But you're not really being, you're underserved is another word. You're really being, it means the overlooked is what that means. Rubio has set aside $25 billion specifically for small businesses with 10 employees or less, and a large percentage, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing this at all. That's fine. A large percentage of small businesses owned by minorities would fit in that category. We set aside $10 billion guaranteed loans through community development financial institutions that would specialize in lending communities that haven't traditionally found traditional banks to be helpful. One of the largest impediments we've learned about is financial know-how, knowing that these loans are available, knowing where to get them, knowing what it takes to comply with forgiveness standards, and some of the financial literacy support the small businesses would need. And that's where this channel has been coming in, as we are trying to educate you and give you these directions to find other loans and other forms of income for your business, which is one of the reasons we are pushing so hard with the EIDL grant, because it was for underserved, meaning you didn't have to have all the qualifications, and that's why you signed up. I guarantee you, if you're watching this and you're pushing for the EIDL grant, it's because you went for a grant and you got a loan. It's ridiculous, and we don't like that. Watch this though. I can read the rest of it right here. I'm going to click on that. Read the rest right here. And I got this from the U.S. Senate Committee website. I can read it here on the Wall Street Journal. They sent me there, the U.S. Senate Committee. Okay, so here I start reading it. Oh, to read this full story, I got to subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. There I go. Now I got to do all this stuff, which does what? Overlooks me just wanting to go in and read the rest of the story. Public information. And now I got to go subscribe to the Wall Street Journal to get it. Contact Senator Rubio and tell him the EIDL grant S4227 is for the underserved. but it's acting like it's not. Everybody's acting like it's not, but it is. Guys, support Bill S.4227. You deserve it. We need it. It'll get the economy going back right, and it's just the right thing for them to do. Okay? Thanks again. Guys, have a blessed day.